Tom, how are you? Yeah, bit late, and it's my fault. I must have pressed the wrong button, but I am 75, don't forget.
I'm going to put the whole total blame on technology, Bill, and it being Friday. I think technology has said no, thank you. I'm having a lie-in, so
Yeah.
it's all good. Bill, it's been another busy week in sport, though, isn't it?
Oh, there has nationally and locally. There's been all sorts of things going on. I mean, if you take the national first, Tom, I thrilled watching David Bairstow and Ben Stokes in the Test match. Gordon Thomas, as you know, is a Philistine. He'd have cricket being played over 5 overs each, and let's get in the bar. But if ever there was an advert that shows Gordon Thomas, he's totally out of order, and I've already told him so. David Bairstow, wow, the fastest century for England since 1902 with Gilbert Jessup. And he only missed sort of breaking the record by 2 balls. That was quite amazing. And that crowd, talk about luck, they didn't even have to pay to watch it. That was quite amazing.
That is.
Wales losing in Rotterdam. Almost a repeat of the previous game. They drew level in the last seconds and then gave another goal after that.
Deja vu.
Yeah, Fraser was out there watching. He said it was a grand occasion, and he'll be talking, I'm sure, on your excellent show on Monday. But of course, the biggest talking point of the week has to be Nicky Hayne leaving Haverfordwest County. No matter what anyone says, that's a huge shock at the Bridge Meadow. It's got to be.
Yeah.
I pop down quite often, as you know, Tom, to have a cup of coffee with the boys there who do all the work, the volunteers. And he's had all sorts of things done over the summer, I'm sure I'm allowed to say. He's had the dugouts restructured so people could stand up. He's had proper fitting of chairs around the changing room so he could talk and people have to sit and listen. All sorts of small things. But, top managers say small, minute things make the big difference when they're added together. So who'll come in apparently will be revealed with you on Monday. I'll wait with interest. I have heard a couple of names, but I'm not allowed to say. So as well as they County Wild, wait and see.
Wait and see, because of course you've he was always amenable to chatting, and he was very open about his plans and his structure. And you used to chat with him every week, as you just mentioned. He was a very nice guy, wasn't he?
He's a smashing fella. He's a gentleman. He's a thinker, and above all, he is communication savvy. His dealing with the press spot on. I'd ask him questions. I knew I wouldn't get an answer. I'd ask him questions, and he'd tell me an answer. Occasionally, he'd tell me things in confidence, which was very nice because we built up that trust. But he will be a great loss. What happens now is going to be interesting because all the players they brought in, I won't say brought in. The new manager would have had no say in those. So it's going to be interesting. Playing staff, managerial staff. It's going to be an interesting time. We'll have to wait and see the next week.
We will, and yeah, as you say, hopefully we'll know more by Monday evening, and we'll be able to share that news on the Pure Sports Show Monday evening.
It'll be great. Yeah.
But looking back locally, then, Bill, I know that it's been another busy calendar, particularly as cricket's concerned this week. What have been your highlights and some things that you've noticed over the last 7 days?
Well, a couple of little bits of pieces, interesting bits. First, Tom, I mean, we mentioned Tenby Sharks boxing show at Bloomfield. I've spoken to Dave Marks, the coach who's coming on soon. Very successful show. And what's amazing, Tom, was the number of sportsmen who were taking part in boxing, very much as novices. Zach Gamma was boxing, there's a name. His father, Scott, was the British heavyweight champion at one stage, Welsh and British champion. A lovely fellow. His granddad, Ralph, I used to travel to shows with an MC. But in this Zach one, he started off well there. Alfie Luger, who was a top gymnast. Father, Paul, played rugby for Tenby. He boxed and won. Max White and Max Jones are both excellent rugby players currently. They both won. The only disappointment was Jack Parkinson, who's a very good centre with Narberth and Tenby, and also plays cricket, big hitter. Played for Pembroke in rugby as well. He lost narrowly in his first bout. But in the cricket, of course, this week, there's tons. Alec Colley. And what I like about that's for the second teams, Tom. And it gives me a chance to go around and have a chat to some of my pals I played with who now got a bit too old for playing cricket at the top level, who are now playing further down. Gary Davis was one. He's one of our interviews this week. 21 years he's been secretary to Branston. We've also got Sam Kurtz, who's the assembly member for South Thames. Sam's talking about he's trying to get more sport in the Senate. I think a bit more common sense, but that's a political comment. But he's a very common sense fella. And two interviews from the rugby festival organised by the Cleddau Wildcats at Haverfordwest. That's on Sunday. Fraser will be there. But in the cricket, Pembroke Dock beat Narberth. Seconds, don't forget. And Anton John, who was out of the game for a while and has come back now, he scored 27 for Pembroke Dock. That's not bad. But would you believe in 4 overs, he took 8 wickets for 12 runs? I've never heard of it. Not in 4 overs. That's incredible. And Anton was very upbeat in his usual way. He's a laid-back guy as well. In other games, St. Ishmael's beat Saundersfoot. Richard Brock, who came to them from Langham a couple of games ago, showed his worth with a blistering 54 not out. I always call him the Ginger Ninja, and he doesn't get mad because he knows my wife has the same Titian hairstyle. Haverfordwest beat Hook Danfield, another old-timer. He had 71, which included 8 fours and 3 sixes. Carew, Brian Hall, 49. They beat Burton. Branston lost to Loreni. Steve Campbell had 49 there. And sadly, Whitland walked over against Stackpool because Stackpool didn't fulfill the Harris Allen. So their seconds can't play. And well done to Pembroke, my old team. They won last night. They beat Larne, and Kevin Jenkins, who's now 61. He's just become the club president. He's a great guy. He had 2 wickets, and he always calls me Uncle Bill, and he said, but they were lucky wickets. Can I tell you
lucky wickets
quickly about the cricket women's?
Yes, please do. Yes.
In women, they changed. They changed from everyone had 2 overs playing, but some you would score is 20 and retire. And there were some interesting results there. Criselli beat Loreni, and they had 3 people who retired on 25. Jess Gibby, our old friend Fionn Ashman, and Megan Arthur, who's the president of the ladies, or was the president. She's a hard worker there. Burton beat Whitland, despite Caroline Cooper's 25, and Hannah Jenkins 27, and Rhiannon Morgan, who features a lot in the women's cricket, she had 25 for Burton. There were also wins in the 2nd division for Haverfordwest, Pembroke Dock, and above all, I think, let's give a mention to Tish, St. Ishmael's ladies, because they haven't been playing long under Johnny Bap Lewis. What a great nickname. I'll tell you one day when I got half an hour why he's called that. But they won as well, so well done, Tish ladies.
Well done indeed. And I love that about cricket, is that it really is inclusive. I've never really done much with cricket at all in my life, but being involved in the sports show and with you and with Gordon, Fraser and Ben, it really is a sport for everyone if you've got the time. And it's just been wonderful. And you still get the excitement in that Test cricket with Bairstow equaling record from over 100 years ago. And also you've got the T20s and those other short forms that Gordon likes as well. It's fantastic. Bill, what are the things that we should be looking out for this weekend?
Yeah. Oh, indeed.
Oh, can you still hear me, Bill?
Again.
Where's Bill gone? There he is.
Tomorrow night for Haven are Skins have got there. Yeah, I think it's the first one. I'm looking forward to that. I'm delighted to be able to help with. Yeah, loud and clear, Tom. Pembrokeshire Vikings have their first presentation evening. I've been honoured to be asked to help with the emceeing there. I'll be there. The Wildcats are organising a festival of rugby for girls at Haverfordwest on Sunday. Fraser's going to pop in there. And there's a women's cricket festival at Imble Lane, Pembroke Dock on Sunday. And he's also going to be going to the Llanrhian ladies there. He's a busy boy. Just come back from Rotterdam as well. There's a full programme of cricket, Tom, but the forecast for tomorrow is dire. Absolutely
it's not
dire.
Good. It's not good at all, but we'll keep our fingers crossed. And in fact, today and over the weekend as well, the Challenge Sportive in Fishguard is also taking place, and we're going to be there. So if you hear some music over and around Fishguard, it's probably our very own Toby Ellis that's going on. Bill, thank you so much for your time this morning. It is Feel Good Friday, and what have you selected to get you into the weekend frame of mind?
Thank you very much, Tom. I'll pop into the Fishguard Sportive. Mrs. Carne and I will be there for a cup of coffee in Ocean Lab.
Lovely. And the signal's cracking up just a little bit as it usually does at this time.
And I think you're gone now, Tom.
Yeah, I've gone now, but don't worry. He's gone for wishing and hoping from the Mersey Beats. Bill, thank you so much.
Get into Pure West Radio.